Welcome to Mindblow, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning. Imagine a vast expanse of blue, the South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea. For centuries, these waters have been a lifeline for millions fishermen, traders, entire nations. But today, tension churns beneath the surface. China claims nearly all of it, drawing a sweeping 9-dash line that cuts into its neighbors' territories. International law does not recognize this claim, yet confrontations are now daily reality. Filipino and Vietnamese boats are chased from their own fishing grounds. Malaysian oil and gas exploration is shadowed by Chinese ships. This is not random, it's a coordinated strategy, a slow, relentless push for control. China's Navy and maritime militia use water cannons, dangerous maneuvers, and sheer numbers to intimidate. For smaller nations, it's like standing against a relentless tide. The stakes are enormous, trillions in trade, vast energy reserves, and the principle that every nation, big or small, has the right to exist without fear. The West Philippine Sea is now a global flashpoint, where the future of the world order is being tested. For the Philippines, this is existential. Its exclusive economic zone is being violated, its sovereignty challenged, its future threatened. This is a new kind of conflict, fought not with armies, but with ships jostling for every square inch of water. The world is watching. The battle for the sea is far from silent. To understand today's struggle, look at the Philippine Navy's past. For decades, it sailed on hand-me-downs, aging ships from World War II, kept afloat by sheer determination. Defense budgets were tight, and the country relied on U.S. security guarantees. But this meant dependency, and the ships were often outdated. Filipino sailors patrolled vast waters in vessels outclassed by China's modern fleet. Imagine facing advanced warships with decades-old technology. The courage was there, but the gap was huge. The Navy knew it couldn't rely on the past forever. A shift was needed, a leap into the modern era. The Philippines began a modest modernization: new patrol vessels, a couple of frigates from South Korea. These were important steps, but not enough. To truly defend its waters, the Philippines needed more firepower, endurance, and presence. It needed a real warship. And so, it looked beyond its traditional allies. The search led to a new partner, one with the technology and willingness to help. The stage was set for a transformation. The Navy was ready to move from patchwork to power. The question was, who would help them make the leap? The answer came from across the sea. A new chapter was about to begin. Across the sea, Japan watched the growing instability. Once a pacifist nation, Japan's constitution kept its military close to home. But as China's power grew, Japan realized its own security depended on regional stability. If the South China Sea was lost to force, no sea lane was safe. Japan began to change, reinterpreting its constitution, allowing collective self-defense, and easing arms export rules. It started helping friends like the Philippines and Vietnam with patrol boats and training. This was not a return to militarism, but a pragmatic response to new threats. Japan's transformation was quiet but profound. Providing small patrol boats was just the beginning. The next step, something bigger, something that could truly shift the balance. The Philippines, with its aging fleet and frontline position, was the ideal partner. The relationship, once defined by aid and trade, was about to become strategic. Japan was ready to provide more than advice. It was ready to provide real power. The partnership was evolving, shaped by necessity and trust. A new dawn was breaking for both nations. The era of soft power was giving way to hard security cooperation. The stakes had never been higher. The world was watching, and Japan was ready to act. Enter the Abukuma-Class destroyer escort, a true game-changer for the Philippine Navy. Built for the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, these ships are multi-role warships, far more advanced than anything the Philippines has operated. They're compact, fast, and pack a formidable punch. This isn't a hand-me-down, it's a leap in capability. The Abukuma-Class comes armed with Harpoon anti-ship missiles, fire-and-forget weapons that can strike over 100 kilometers away. For the first time, the Philippine Navy has a long-range offensive capability. The ship's rapid-fire gun, anti-submarine rockets, and advanced radar and sonar systems make it a true deterrent. Previously, the Navy's ships could only patrol. Now they can make any aggressor think twice. A ship armed with Harpoon missiles creates a bubble of deterrence. Hostile vessels must be cautious. Aggression now comes with real risk. The Abukuma-Class transforms the fleet from coastal patrol to a force that can project power. It's not just about hardware, it's about building a modern naval mindset. Filipino sailors will train in advanced tactics from missile strikes to anti-submarine warfare. This transfer is a statement: the Philippines is ready to defend its waters. The balance of power is shifting. The message is clear: these seas are not up for grabs. The Philippines now has a credible way to defend its maritime territory. The era of vulnerability is ending. This transfer marks a turning point in Japan-Philippines relations. For decades, their partnership was built on aid and goodwill. Now it's about hard power and shared security. Japan is no longer just a helpful neighbor, it's an active partner in defense. This move is deeply symbolic. A former adversary now provides the means for the Philippines to defend itself. It's a powerful act of reconciliation and trust. The partnership is now strategic, not just economic. It opens the door to deeper cooperation, joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and technology transfer. Japan could help the Philippines maintain and even build its own ships in the future. This single transfer has unlocked a new chapter. The partnership is now forged in steel, a shared commitment to a free and open sea. Together they stand stronger. The arrival of these destroyers sends a powerful message, especially to Beijing. China's overwhelming naval advantage is no longer unchallenged. The Philippines can't match China ship for ship, but it doesn't have to. With modern warships and missiles, even a small navy can deter aggression. A single missile can change the calculus, forcing larger navies to be cautious. This move inspires other Southeast Asian nations to strengthen their own defenses and seek new partnerships. It's not about starting a war, it's about preventing one. By strengthening frontline states, Japan helps create a more stable region. Balance of power is essential for peace. When one side dominates, the risk of conflict grows. This transfer restores a measure of balance and gives the Philippines a stronger voice. It's a strategic masterstroke for regional stability. The message: the seas are not for the taking. This is part of a larger story, a new security architecture in the Indo-Pacific. Not a single alliance, but a web of partnerships. The US, Japan, Australia, India, and now the Philippines. These nations are working together to protect shared interests. The US remains the primary guarantor, but allies are stepping up. The Japan-Philippines warship transfer fits perfectly into this new reality. It strengthens a key ally, enhances interoperability, and makes joint patrols more effective. Imagine Filipino, Japanese, and American ships patrolling together, sharing information in real time. This is a story of empowerment, nations taking control of their own security. The region is no longer just relying on distant powers. By building interlocking partnerships, they create a formidable deterrent. They stand for a world where rules matter and sovereignty is respected. The Abukuma-Class transfer is more than a ship, it's a symbol of a new, resilient Indo-Pacific. The future of Asian security is being written now.